Hey, what's up guys and welcome back to Anime King. And today I'm going to be giving you part 4 of What If Naruto Awaken Alucard's godly abilities. Remember to get this one to 100 like as usual. Share it to all of your friends in social media platform. And also guys, go ahead and check out the brand new episode of What If Naruto was a one-of-a-kind project over in Anime King 2. And enjoy that guys, and remember friend, you go ahead and click that red subscribe button and become part of the Making family. And thank you for all of your help and your support, and yeah, remember to stay tuned for the brand new episodes coming over in Making 3. That's right, you heard that correctly. I indeed have 3 channels, and Making 2 and Making 3, which I post what every single day for you guys to enjoy. So go ahead and click that red subscribe button and become part of the Making family, and thank you for all of your help and your support, and yeah, without further ado, what is to begin this new episode? Start the intro. So, the last spot we left off, Naruto sat in the council room. He dared any one of them to put any of their laws on him. None of the members said anything or did anything, as the threat that he made was clear. So none of them did anything as a result, as all of them watched him carefully. As there would be no CAR that he would not accept that they can force upon him, as he told them that straight. The members in the room realized that this boy had become more demonic than before, as Naruto was no longer taking orders or accepting things that they threw or put on him anymore. He was going to show them that he was in control of his own life. So like that, he walked out of the room without a care in the world. As he met up with Aizurabi, afterwards he showed her on Konoha as they got back. Some time passed as they were in the manor given to him, seeing that his parents died and left it here. It all belonged to him now, and not to mention the money in their accounts. As Naruto went shopping with Aizurabi and Victoria, as she went to buy Aizurabi some things, as Naruto made his way off, he had something to do. As Naruto had got everything from Danzo, all of his memories, the things that the man had done, as Naruto had explained everything to Hiruzen. Naruto had made his way down to Danzo's secret root base as he transformed into him. He relayed several missions to 7 root Anpus as they all spread. He then made his way down to where all the DNAs were. There were so many DNAs down there. As Naruto took them all and placed them inside his own body, further increasing his overall strength and powers. After which he left. The Chunin exams were on their own, and Naruto would have to join Team 7 to take part in the exams, as Sai was absent while Naruto had sent him on a mission pretending to be Danzo. So with that, Naruto joined up with Team 7 as he met the Sand team, Gar and his siblings. There was a little festive encounter as he met up with Team 7 as they made their way. They met up with the other Genins of their academy years, who were surprised to see Naruto looking like this. He looked completely different. And when it came out that Sakura and Sasuke tried to kill him, the others were shocked. How could they say that with a plain face and look like they didn't even care? Something was really messed up. As Kabuto made his way over, as Naruto watched him carefully, as he went on to explain that this was his 7th time taking the exams. Before things could escalate though, when the Stone Ninjas attacked, Ibiki came in the room as he told them all to sit down, as it was time that the first phase of the exams begin. So yeah guys, was basically that's what I thought. If you guys can switch across the play, check it out for yourself. And yeah, what is to begin this new episode? Naruto looked over the piece of paper. Please, I have the knowledge of several Kages. This is easy, said Naruto as he looked towards the paper. As he realized with his quick thinking that the man was giving them an open invitation to cheat, saying that you only lose 2 points if you're caught cheating. It only took him 5 minutes as he write down every single question answer before flipping the paper over. As he leaned back, he placed his fedora hat over his face, pretending to sleep, but in reality he was not. Instead, he was reading everyone's mind, looking for the spies. He already knew that Kabuto was a spy for Orochimaru, and was just over Kakashi level with his precious eye. Originally, Naruto had planned to split from Team 7 the moment they enter the second phase of the exam, and he was just gonna go and slaughter. But after reading Kabuto's mind, he realized that Orochimaru is after the Sharingan, so he would have to stick around the pricks until the snake made his move. Time skip 40 minutes later. Several teams were disqualified because of cheating, but majority of them were still there. Alright, the first phase is over. Stop writing, said Ibiki. It's time for the 10th question. Everyone that wasn't finished, stop. Now, there are some rules for this 10th question. The first rule is you can choose to take it whether you want to or not. What? And what if we choose that we don't want to take it? Asks the Sankunoichi. If you choose not to take it, your points will be reduced to 0, and you and your team will fail. What? Then of course we'll take it, at random. Participants shouted, as if that was the easiest thing to do. And now for the second rule, Ibiki said. If you choose to take then answer incorrectly, you will lose your right to take this exam ever again. So what? Naruto spoke out loud. Chonins are expected the rest of your life on missions that don't have complete details. They don't always have the luxury of knowing what they're getting yourself into. If someone is not prepared to answer a single question, then they don't have what it takes to become a Chunin in the first place, Naruto said rather loudly. As many looks of realization came over the Genin's faces, that look turned to a look of determination. As Ibiki snarled, that brat. Alright then, who isn't prepared to take the 10th question? You can leave now, he said. After several minutes, no one had lost their composure, and the room was still nearly full. As Ibiki grunted nothing. Fine then. To everyone that stayed, you pass. You all already know. Why? Because of that little brat, he said, as he glanced over towards Naruto. He was about to continue until the window broke, as a banner was pinned up. As he was writing on it, the sexy and single Uncle Midarashi. Bad timing, Uncle, Ibiki said, calmly from behind the banner. Huh? I thought you would have at least asked the question by now, Uncle said. Actually, I have. But one particular Genin gave the entire thing away as soon as I said it, so no one left. Well then, let's see. 123 participants left? Damn, any more, and they would have been too much for the second phase. As she glanced around until her gaze locked with Naruto's. I should have known that you would be here. I take it that you were the one that gave everything away, right? Naturally, said Naruto. Why are you so sure that it was him? Uncle sighed because I doubt anyone else but him would try to increase the amount of competition in the exam. And why would he want more competition? Well, that kid made me look hemophobic. Ibiki raised the eyebrow in surprise, as everyone knew that Uncle had a taste for blood. As she was saying that he made her look hemophobic. So he was more or less insane, as Ibiki glanced towards the boy. Now, Uncle said, follow me to your next phase of the exam. When they all arrived, many of them were shocked and scared, as they heard many things in the deep, dark forests that seemed to consume all light and just erase it. They heard movements, and not to mention there was many warnings all over the gates. Do not enter, leave this place. Welcome to the stage for the second exam, Training Ground 44, otherwise known as the Forest of Death. Don't worry, you will all soon find out why it is called the Forest of Death. Before we start the second exam though, there's something I need to pass out, she said, as she pulled out a stack of papers. You must sign these papers that clear me of any responsibility regarding your death, because yes, you will indeed die in there if you're not careful, or most likely still die, even if you're careful, she said. Anyway, I'll explain the test and you can sign the form, she said. Her tone was cheery. It wasn't that she was talking about their life or them dying. You will be attempting to survive 5 days inside. Each team will be given a scroll, either a heaven or earth. Your goal is to make it towards the entrance before the 5 days are up, the tower in the center. And you must also possess both scrolls, arriving there. Wait, what are we supposed to do for food? Choji asked. Cannibalism isn't illegal, you know, said Naruto. Several people backed away from him hearing that. He's right, Uncle said. Anyway, there are 3 ways to get disqualified. Don't make it on time to the tower, as the time limit run out. 2. One of the members of your team is killed, or 3. You open the scroll. So can we sign these forms yet, said Naruto. Yeah, you can now, she said. It didn't take long as the forms were given, and signed, and exchanged. Let's see, said Naruto as he signed his form. I have to wait until Orochimaru shows his face. And after killing him, I'll proceed to take Kabuto and his team out, before I have my funds with the other little Genins. I can't wait, said Naruto as he smirked to himself. I think I'll leave Guy team, and the rookies. Oh, and Amoy as well. He was okay, Naruto thought to himself, as everyone was lined up after a moment as soon as the clock touched 12. Begin, they were told, as he rushed inside. Time skip. A blood-curdling scream went off. Well, was that a human screaming? Said Sakura as she looked around, frantically. No, that was the cry of a rare, yellow screaming beetle. They say that its scream is identical to a human. Of course it was. A human. You retarded bitch, said Naruto. Shut up, you idiot, she said. There's a reason why Sasuke-kun has a rare scroll. As her voice was rather low than usual, as she knew not to draw attention to herself in here. 2 things, said Naruto. Sasuke has a rare scroll because I couldn't bother to argue with a useless banshee like you. And 2, you just told anyone that will eavesdropping on us what scroll we have. So next time you're gonna say something out of that dumb mouth of yours, use that little pinball in your head before you open it, okay? For once I agree with the dope. Sakura, be quiet, said Sasuke, as she went quiet instead of retorting towards Naruto, as Naruto pulled out a coin and flipped it, before he caught it and placed it on the back of his hand. Tails, the eavesdropper dies, he said, as he blurred out of existence. He reappeared a moment later with the head of a rain ninja in his hand. Well, that was annoying. He didn't have a scroll. If he didn't have one, why did you kill him, Sakura said, almost screaming. Because the coin said so, said Naruto, as both of them just looked at him. What do you mean because the coin said so, she said in confusion. I've decided to leave certain people and kill certain others. The rest will get a coin toss. If the coin lands on head, they will live. If it lands on tail, they will die. Simple, said Naruto. And effective. She could not hold it in. What sort of monster are you deciding something like that with a coin toss? A vampire, said Naruto. What? She said. That is the sort of monster I am, Pinky. Or did you already forget that you were the one that asked me? Both of you shut up. We need to think of a passcode in case we get separated, said Sasuke. What do you have on your mind, said Naruto. When asked, ninja machine, the answer will be a large amount of loud enemies. Is a friend of a shinobi. Hide and remain silent, as shinobi must understand the proper time when the enemy is tired and ill-prepared. Sakura nodded. And I'll just say screw you, Uchiha. Got that, said Naruto, his voice popping up in both of their minds. Sakura was about to retort, but Sasuke simply nodded, letting it go. It was then a slice appeared on Naruto's cheek. Something that sliced him, and then a massive gust of wind swept and demolished the entire area. When the cloud and dust vanished, Naruto stood there unfazed, as Naruto's eyes were looking at the fake attacker. As he knew that wasn't the person's real face. So good of you to finally show someone else's face, Orochimaru. Interesting. I'm surprised you know who I am, and that you're not running for your life. Orochimaru reached up and ripped off the skin off his face. You can thank Kabuto for that, said Naruto as he looked into the golden eyes. Kabuto? Did he betray me? Orochimaru said. No, he didn't betray you. I just read his mind. As Orochimaru heard the voice in his mind, as he blinked in surprise. I see, Orochimaru said. I'm still surprised how calm you are, facing one of the legendary Saiyans. Do you just not care about your life? Please, a pathetic, worthless human like you can never hope to defeat a monster like me, said Naruto. Orochimaru's eye turned wicked. I am no mere human. I am an immortal, and I will continue to live long after you have shriveled up and died of old age, brat, Orochimaru said. Tell me, said Naruto, how many millennia do you think that will take? Because I am indeed immortal, while you're just an insignificant speck, trying to cheat death. How dare you mock me, the snake Sanin said. A snake shot from his mouth. The snake moved and opened its own mouth as a white sword ripped right through the center of Naruto's eyes, splitting through his head. Aha! Said Naruto, even his head leaned back over with the blade rushing through it. So this is a legendary Kusanagi. I'm impressed by the length it can extend and the speed. Have you ever tried to snipe your enemies with it from afar? Orochimaru was shocked. What? How are you alive, he said. Didn't I just told you? I'm immortal, you idiot. Naruto gripped the blade as he ripped it out of his head, splitting his skull. His head then reformed within seconds. As Naruto appeared in front of Orochimaru and launched a fist to his face, as Orochimaru dodged it, Orochimaru swung the blade as he took Naruto's head clean off, as he swallowed it back. But Naruto regrew another head within seconds, shocking the Sannin, as Naruto took advantage of that shock and landed a brutal jab to the man's torso, ripping through it, grabbing his ribs, and starting to pull. But Orochimaru opened his mouth and slipped out, as the thing in Naruto's hand became an empty husk. I must admit, your skills are severely downplayed in your profile. It say that you're only Genin level, yet you were able to tear right through me. Well, information is always wrong most times, said Naruto. Senijatsu! Snakes shot forward and wrapped around Naruto as they bit into his skin, injecting him with their venom. Is that all, said Naruto, looking quite unimpressed. I was expecting something more impressive. This is just pathetic. Not quite, Orochimaru said, as he appeared in front of the blonde, 5-finger sealing as he slammed his hand on Naruto's stomach. As Naruto looked down, and what was that supposed to do? Blam! He backhanded Orochimaru as Orochimaru slammed through several trees before crashing to the ground. Orochimaru picked himself up quickly. What? Impossible. I cut off the Kyuubi's chakra. He shouldn't be strong without it. As his jaw was completely shattered by the one backhand. As he started to regenerate. Do you honestly think I rely on the Kyuubi's chakra? You truly are deluded. Orochimaru jumped because the voice was right next to his ear, as he put some distance between him and Naruto, as he lay flat on his stomach and opened his mouth. Hundreds of snakes seemed to emerge in a second, as they all opened their mouths and impaled the blonde from every single angle. His body was littered with blades. You know, said Naruto, if you don't start taking this seriously, I'm gonna have to kill you without taking any satisfaction from this fight. Damn it, Orochimaru said. I wasn't planning on showing this yet, but I don't think I have a choice. As he flashed through 4 hand signs and slammed his hand together, as Naruto burst out laughing. You know the other Tensei? Why the hell didn't you use it before? It might have made things interesting, said Naruto, as 3 coffins shot from the earth. The 3 coffins dropped to reveal the 1st, 2nd, and 4th Hokage. Their skin was also peeled and cracked. Their eyes lacked any sparks at all. So then, Naruto-kun, do you honestly think you can defeat 4 Kage level ninja at the same time? Orochimaru said, in a mocking tone. Of course I can. Otherwise, I would have killed you before you resurrect them. That is a rather stupid thing to ask, said Naruto. Naruto? The voice of Minato came. Save it, father. I don't want to hear your excuses. Just sit still, so I can destroy you, said Naruto. Naruto, I said shut up, said Naruto. I don't care that you see the Kyuubi inside of me. I don't care that you had no other choice. I would have done the same thing. I hate you though for trusting this worthless village with the truth. If you hadn't, then I might have had a normal childhood instead of the hell I had to go through. By the way, did you know that your last student had actively tried to kill me on several occasions? And all because you were too stupid to keep the truth a secret. Naruto, hey, snake freak. Can you make him shut up already? It's getting on my nerves, said Naruto. Orochimaru plunged 3 kunais in the back of their heads as their skin returned back to normal. Minato's face was blashed in the second Orochimaru did that. It was crushed. His body was thrown, decimating a lot of trees. A massive water dragon slammed into Naruto, but all it did was soak his clothing. A tree then ripped from the earth and wrapped around Naruto, and it clenched, crushing the bones in his body. As the trees started to emerge spikes that ripped through the blonde, twisting and surrounding him, trapping him in a dome. Afterwards, Minato walked back in the clearing, as Naruto's fist destroyed the dome as he stepped out. As Naruto blurred out of sight, his hand was through the first Hokage with a paper tag. As Naruto ripped out the tag and burned it to cinders. As the first Hokage started to lose the light on his skin, before his body crumbled away, revealing a normal individual. One down. 3 to go, said Naruto. Minato pulled a 3-pronged kunai as he launched himself in the air and threw the kunai down towards Naruto. With a few hand signs, this single kunai multiplied to hundreds, littering the battlefield, a technique that he used to bring down armies. As Naruto saw a yellow flash, his throat was sliced open. As Naruto stood there as he was assaulted, as he watched the pattern that Minato moved in, waiting for him to get here. Naruto reached out and gripped Minato's face. Orochimaru was shocked. Not only was Naruto able to pierce a seal, destroying the jutsu, he was able to catch Minato. At the rate that things was going, this dumb blonde would be able to kill him. As Naruto ripped the seal out of Minato, after destroying it, the kunai spoofed away as Minato vanished. 2 down. As Naruto flashed right behind the second and kicked him through several trees. 2 to go, said Naruto. A massive torrent of water came down towards Naruto with a leap and landed on it as he started to surf with his chakra. He appeared in front of the second before moving off. The man swinged his fist towards Naruto, who blocked it and landed a bone-crushing kick under his chin, throwing his head back. As Naruto flashed behind him and ripped into him, as he started running in reach, as he pulled out the kunai and seal, destroying it. 3 down. You're the only one left, Orochimaru. Shit. I will not let you win. I'm the invincible one. And yet you have thrown everything you have at me, and I have come out rather unscathed, said Naruto. And you should know, Orochimaru froze and he heard the voice behind him, before he was black-handed in the ground. You can't run away from me. Orochimaru got up. I will not fall. His body started to split apart as he emerged into a mass of white flesh that erupted and took the shape of a colossal 8-headed snake. The center mouth opened up to reveal Orochimaru was the tongue of a snake. Do you see now? With this jutsu, I am a god, Orochimaru said, as he launched the Kusanagi towards Naruto. Please, I have escaped the Shinigami clutches. Defeating a mere fake god is gonna be easy, said Naruto, as he leaped and landed on the blade before rushing up it. Several snakes came trying to bite Naruto as Naruto flicked over them before he gripped the sword and tear it out of the mouth of Orochimaru. He then twisted the large sword around, severing all 7 heads, as Naruto retracted the blade before kicking Orochimaru right through and placing the sword right at his throat. Do you know what I find really ironic, said Naruto? You spend your entire life trying to learn and master every jutsu in existence, and you were beaten by someone who didn't even use a single jutsu. As Naruto ripped the man's throat clean open, as a snake that his body was still attached to, like some kind of thread, started to melt away. As Naruto drained him of all of his blood, once he was finished, he sealed away the body of the traitor. Now it's time to kill Kabuto, he said, as he walked away whistling a jaunty tune. He wasn't really concerned what his teammates were doing, but Konoha was in a state of emergency. Ever since they found out that the mad snake was here, they were running around trying to figure out what to do to stop the madman. Orochimaru's snake form was large, incredibly so it was seen. But the people that saw it all ran away, so none of them saw it got decapitated and dissolved. But Hokage-sama, what if he kills everyone in there? A random civilian asks. But Harrison seemed calm. Just let me worry about that, however. I believe that we should just let things be, and everyone will be fine. The only person in the forest that can force Orochimaru to use that jutsu was Naruto. And Harrison was confident that Naruto could at least make Orochimaru flee, if not outright kill him. Over the next couple of days, they were screaming all over the forest, as it was being purged, as the blonde was going around committing massacres, slaughtering. As for Sakura and Sasuke, they were pissed off. They had lost Naruto in the first day, and they could not find him anywhere. The trees were being crushed down when they were blown away by the wind, so they had to jump back so they wouldn't get crushed. When they came back to find the blonde, he was nowhere to be seen. As they moved, they started to see corpses all around. Damn it, if Naruto is killing teams based on a coin toss, then how the hell do we keep on finding dead people, said Sakura, as she screamed in frustration. He must have just come across a large number of teams, said Sasuke, though in reality he was thinking along the same lines of what Sakura was thinking. But Naruto finally found who he was looking for especially. Hello there, Kabuto. As he was with his teammates, they were wearing similar clothing to him. One of them had on a lower face mask, and a bandana to cover their head. "Oh, Naruto-san, what are you doing here?" Kabuto said. "Oh, you know, the usual. Hunting for scrolls, trying to have some fun, and killing some spies." Naruto pulled out his gun. Bang, bang! The two members of Kabuto team had their lower legs blown off as they collapsed to the ground. "Naruto-san," said Kabuto, "what are you talking about?" "Oh, it's very simple, Kabuto. I know that you were a spy for Orochimaru, after originally being sent by Sasori to spy on him." As Naruto walked over, Kabuto backed away, as Naruto placed both hands on Mitsume's head. "So you're a Mitsume, capable of bending and stretching in all kinds of ways." As a cruel smirk came on his face. "Let's see if your skull can do the same." As Naruto crushed it together. Not so much. Next up, Yuri, capable of draining someone's chakra to replenish his own. Let's see if you can handle demonic chakra. As he injects some of Victoria's chakra into Yuri's system, the effects were immediate. His skin started to bubble as he screamed. His body started to break out in hives as he started to burst. His body slowly died into a lump of dead cells. Guess not, said Naruto, as he got back to his feet. Kabuto was starting to worry now. "Now it's your time to die." Kabuto created chakra scalpels. "If you think I'll go down that easily, you're sadly mistaken." As Naruto walked up to him, Kabuto sliced him across the chest. A hit that was supposed to take him down within seconds. But Kabuto was confused and Naruto simply smiled, before slamming a kunai into his gut that pierced into the ground, stuck Kabuto there. As Naruto stabbed one in his right hand and stabbed another one in his left hand, pinning him down to the ground. He then tore Kabuto's chart right open. "Yes, you're a medic, said Naruto. "I wonder, you must have done an autopsy before." "How would you feel with I doing one on you?" said Naruto. "Well, let's see how it feels." As Naruto sliced his chest open, Kabuto screamed the entire time. As Naruto peeled the skin back, as Naruto looked at the mass of organs and blood underneath, as he started to reach around, examining his organs, moving and turning, as Naruto used a scalpel to cut one of his lungs. As he opened it, as Kabuto was screaming in pain beyond disbelief, as he started to black out, but Naruto did something, preventing him from losing consciousness. But it was too much for Kabuto to handle, as he died. Well, having your chest wide open, someone reaching around your organs and messing with them. But it still disappointed Naruto. He wanted to experiment some more. A team from the Hidden Stone was watching the whole event. They knew who that monster was, and more importantly, after watching him dispatch a Konoha team, they knew that they were no monster for him. Damn it, just how evil is that guy? I don't know, but you do remember what he said about them being spies for Orochimaru, right? Who cares? He's taking something out of his coat. Last one saw. As Naruto pulled out the coin, as Naruto flipped it and caught it and slapped it on his hand. "Tails, I guess you all die," he said, as he snapped his gaze towards him with a smirk. Meanwhile, Sakura and Sasuke weren't too happy. They were looking for Naruto when the sound team found them and started to attack them. "Damn it, Sakura, do I have to do everything?" Sasuke shouted as the pink hair watched in shock. Why was she staring in shock? It was because her precious Sasuke-kun was losing again. As Zaku blasted Sasuke with an ear pressure that blew him away. As Sasuke leaped, landed on a branch, "Sasuke-kun," she cried out, before a fist smashed in her face as she crashed on the ground. "Shut up, you pathetic excuse for a kunoichi," said Kin. "Looking at you, I can already tell you spend more time on your looks than your skills. You wouldn't last a minute in the real world." To be perfectly honest, I didn't think that these two were that weak, said Dosu. You know, I couldn't agree more. As Dosu slowly turned his gaze to someone who was standing right beside him, like they were old buddies. As Naruto walked past him, "So the final member of the team finally shows himself. I hope that you're not as weak as them," said Zaku. As Zaku felt a tap on his shoulder, as he realized that Naruto was gone, bam! He was knocked in the face, knocking him out. Dosu's eyes went wide before a fist slammed into his stomach as he keeled over unconscious. "Hey girl, you're gonna live today," said Naruto. "And I'm kind of happy. It's always nice seeing the Uchiha get taken down a peg. Take your teammate and leave, okay?" She didn't know what it was, but this guy scared the hell out of her. Yes, as she took her teammates and moved. "You two are really pathetic, you know that," said Naruto. "Get the hell up, we're heading for the tower." "We only have one scroll," said Sakura. Don't worry, I have enough, said Naruto. Come on, let's go. It didn't take them too long to reach the tower, as they found a plaque. If you're weak, train your body. If you're dumb, train your mind, it read. As Naruto unsealed one of the heaven and earth scroll that he got, as Haruka appeared. Hey guys, I guess you made it, huh? As he realized who he was talking to. Yeah. Anyway, what do I do with these, said Naruto, as he pulled out all of the other scrolls that he had. Naruto, where did you get those, Haruka asked. Oh, off some people I killed. Haruka watched him carefully. What? You kill people? Are you alright, he asked. Haruka-sensei, I got my first kill on my mission to Wave. And just so you know, I'm happy doing my job, said Naruto with a smile. Haruka was still worried about the blonde though. Anyway, I guess I should congratulate you guys. Have you figured out what this plaque says? If you're weak, train your body. If you're dumb, train your mind. I'm gonna explore, said Naruto as he walked past the man. Time skip. In a large room, with nearly no lighting, there was several figures as they stood on a statue. The fingers of a statue. Why have you called a meeting, Zetsu? A silhouette with metallic, ripple eyes asked the creature a question. We have some good news and bad news. The Kyuubi Jinchuriki has met Orochimaru the plant, Lightman said. What's the good news? Orochimaru is dead. And the bad news? The Kyuubi host is the one that killed him, said Zetsu. The people were surprised. So the Kyuubi Jinchuriki is strong enough to kill someone on Orochimaru's level. How will Itachi fare against him? Are you kidding me? Itachi doesn't stand a chance against that monster. We don't even know if the Tsukuyomi will work on him. As the members watch Zetsu argue with himself, the white and black half speaking. Wait, are you trying to say that Itachi's victory depends on the Tsukuyomi? Yes, both of them said. Show us. The Ripple Eye Man said. Yes, Leader Sama. Zetsu went through several hand signs as the era changed to show them the forest that he was watching over. As they saw the fight when Orochimaru just arrived, the members watch. So the Kyuubi host is immortal. Why not send the zombie combo after him? Fight the immortal will too, said Kisame. Because, although Hidan is immortal, he lacks the regenerating factor that the host does. And I'm not actually immortal, a larger figure said. That's enough, we will save the Kyuubi until last. When we have acquired all other 8 Jinchurikis, then we will proceed in capturing the host, the leader said. You're all dismissed. Yes, Leader Sama. As they shimmer out of existence. So the Kyuubi Jinchuriki is stronger than we anticipated. A man wearing a black mask with long black hair stepped out of the shadows said. Yes, it is most distressing. Collecting all the Bijus is vital to our plans. Failing to receive the Kyuubi is not an option, the leader said. I am uncertain about your decision to take the Kyuubi last, since we don't know how much stronger it will become. However, I won't order you to change your orders, but make sure that Zetsu keep an eye on the Kyuubi. If it becomes any stronger, we will strike sooner, the masked man said, as he disappeared like water going down a drain, with his single eye-hole being the source. Time skip. The second test was over, and Team 7 hadn't seen Naruto since they got here. A stage, with a large pair of hands behind it, and balconies up the wall, as they were in an arena-like place. Harrison stood there along with the Jonin senseis and the proctors. The teams that passed the Forest of Death was the 9 rookies, Lee's team, Gaara's team, Amoy's team, and the sound team that Naruto spear. Am I late, said Naruto, as Team 7 turned. Damn it, Naruto, you idiot, where the hell have you been, Sakura said, as quiet as she could. Shut up, it made no difference to you where I've been, so keep that trap of yours shut and listen to the Hokage's speech. She grumbled, as Hiruzen went on to tell them that the Chunin exams were an alternative to war. As Naruto did not really listen, because of Tobirama Senju memories, he knew the meaning behind them more than Hiruzen. Excuse me, Hokage-sama, a man coughed. Too many of them has make it through the second round. We need to have a preliminaries. Preliminaries? Sakura said confusion. Yes, the man coughed again. Preliminaries. The finals will be watched by high-ranking Dinkters and Daimyos, so we can only allow the strongest support to speak. I will, the man coughed once more, be the proctor for these preliminaries. The name is Hayate. Do we get to kill, said Naruto. Killing your opponent is frowned upon, but acceptable. A smile came on Naruto and Gaara's face hearing that. From here on, it's a test of individual skills. So if you want to quit now, you can, and your team will not be affected by it. So does anyone want to quit now, he asks. As no one raised a hand. Since no one wants to quit, someone will have to fight twice. Are there any volunteers? Naruto immediately raised his hand. I volunteer, he said, as Gaara frowned, not being able to kill more than one person. Very well then. Namikaze and Naruto will fight twice, he said, as a panel on the wall opened up to show a big screen. Your names will be selected randomly. The rest of you that are not chosen, please, go up to the upper levels with your Jonin senseis. The first name that popped up was Sasuke Uchiha versus Kiba Inazaka. The rest of them proceeded to left the ground. Ha, would you look at that, Akamaru? We get to prove ourselves straight off the bat, Kiba said. Do you really think a monk like you can beat out Uchiha? Said Sasuke arrogantly. Are you bored with the Hayate asked, as they nodded. Up on the balcony as people moved towards the Jonin sensei, except for one. Sorry about volunteering. If you wanted to kill that badly, you should have moved a bit quicker, said Naruto, as he was standing directly in front of Gaara. Mother, wants your blood, said Gaara. And I want hers too. I would happily trade, said Naruto. Mother will have your blood, Gaara said. And I will have hers too, said Naruto. I will kill you for her, said Gaara. I would like to see you try, said Naruto. Anyway, I should go back to Konoha's side. See you later, he said. Naruto, you idiot. What the hell were you doing over there, said Sakura. Arranging for Gaara to kill you. But he told me his mother did not want your shitty blood. Now, Naruto. Don't be so harsh with your teammate, a certain one-eyed pervert said, leaning on the wall. Shut up, Hatake. That is, unless you want me to remove your other one, said Naruto. As several of them were confused, except for Sakura and Kakashi. What did he mean by that? Remove your other what, said Kurna Iwai, as she was a Jonin sensei of Team 8. Do you want me to tell them, Hatake, or do you want to tell them? Shut up, said Kakashi. What's the matter, Hatake? Afraid of how your peers will react when they found out that you lost your precious Sharingan. Kakashi lost his temper as his hand flashed with electricity as he shoved it right through Naruto's chest. Kakashi! The shout of many Jonins came. Shock, as he couldn't believe it. Why would he kill his own students? As Naruto started to laugh, it seems I hit a nerve. But you know, if you're gonna use an A-rank assassination jutsu, think I'll do the same, said Naruto as a Rasengan formed his arm, as he shredded through Kakashi's hand that was still inside of his chest. Kakashi cried out in pain as he moved back, without a limb though, as he clutched his stump. As Naruto grabbed the hand that was inside his chest and ripped it out. Everyone watched with fascination as its clothing and the wound healed. Come on, you tried to kill me before in the hidden wave. If decapitation can't work, why would this work, said Naruto. As everyone was shocked around him as Naruto bit into the separated arm. Tastes like shit, he said, as he spat it out and tossed the severed arm away. Proctor-san, the match has finished, said Naruto. But in reality, there wasn't really a fight. Everyone was too blown and taken aback at what just happened, and Sasuke used a chance to end Kiba in one blow. As Kakashi was taken away by medical ninjas to have his arm tended to. Naruto, said Ino, as she approached a relaxed blonde. Yes, Ino-san? Why did you bite your sensei arm? He isn't, and he never was my sensei. As for why I bit his arm, I felt like it, said Naruto. Oh, okay, she said. Hey, how's your girlfriend? As a pair of lavender eyes went pale. She's fine, said Naruto. Please, said Sakura. You have a girlfriend? What kind of stupid whore? She was cut off. As Naruto's body turned into a mass of darkness. A feeling of death that even shocked Harrison down to his soul washed over the entire area. As Naruto's darkness seemed to take away all the light. Eyes opened up inside of his darkness that spread through the vicinity. Gaara dropped to his knees as he clutched his head. Mother, why are you so scared, he said. Temari and Conqueror were shocked. Abichu was afraid of that boy? What is he? Similarly, the sensei of the team from Kumo was having a conversation with Abichu that was sealed inside of him. Hey, Haxabi, what the hell is that chakra? I don't know, but it's something that you should not fight. It is a lot larger than a Kyubis, and it is so much more darker. So, are you saying that Bright is stronger than Bichu? Yes, far stronger. Sakura was shaking down to her knees. I promise you, by the time this day is over, I will kill you just like that traitorous Orochimaru, said Naruto. His voice was distorted, but they could hear it quite clearly. As Naruto turns attention towards the screen, where the name worked perfectly. Naruto Namikaze versus Sakura Haruno. As it wasn't a coincidence, he did it with telekinesis. As everyone was shocked, afraid for Sakura's life. Well, come on, Haruno, he said. You will fight, whether you like it or not. I'm not as scared of you, she said. But her voice was trembling, her entire body was. Then get down here and die, said Naruto. Come on, Sakura. It's just the idiot Naruto. He's still the dead last. Still that stupid lost puppy that he always was. You can beat him, yeah. I can beat him. And make him realize how much stronger I am. Her mind was so diluted by her inner Sakura that she didn't realize the threat that she was walking towards. Her literal death. Everyone could see what was about to happen, as they were afraid for her safety. The match between Naruto, Namikaze, and Sakura Haruno will begin now, Hayate said. As soon as the match started, Naruto flicked something as it flew right in Sakura's mouth. Sakura coughed as she dropped and started to cough. What does... And she felt Naruto beside her, but something felt off. Why did her arm felt like it was not there? As she turned, her arm, it was gone. But she didn't get a chance to scream as Naruto smashed her own arm in her face. You know, you little whore, I'm so pissed. I'm gonna make you suffer, said Naruto as he pulled out his gun. Bam! Her foot was blown off. Tenten was shocked, not by what he just did, but the weapon that he had. She being obsessed with weapons, she'd never seen something like that before. He just pulled a simple lever and it destroyed her foot completely, not to mention leaving a gaping hole in the ground. The destructive power that he possessed. What was that? So, little girl, said Naruto as he crushed her remaining hand as she screamed, crying out for bloody murder. Are you still waiting for your knight and shining armor to help you? Said Naruto as he gripped her by the back of the throat and lifted her up so that she could see Sasuke, who was scared as hell. What's wrong? Can't think of anything to say. Oh well, I guess you don't need this, as he reached into her mouth and tear her tongue right out. He slammed a fist in her stomach, keeping her weak because of the pain. Up on the balcony, one person was looking on in more horror than anyone else. Naruto-kun. No, that's not Naruto-kun. He was a kind, gentle, sweet person. Hinata Hyuga couldn't understand who was this person. What was this person? He might look or sound like him, but it was not him. For the first time in her life, she had to shout. She couldn't hold it in. Who are you? And what did you do with Naruto-kun? As Naruto glanced up, who am I? Naruto-kun was a hard-working, kind, determined person. You're just a monster, she said, as she couldn't hold it in. As he laughed. I thought everyone would have figured that out, given the fact that I was stabbed directly through the heart with Kakashi Shidori. As he left the beaten, mutilated girl on the ground, as his shadow reverted back to normal. Winner! Namikaze Naruto. The medics rushed out on the field as they tried to perform diagnostic jutsu on her. Sir, our diagnostic jutsus are not working. What? Quickly perform medical ninjutsu on the wounds that you can see, while we rush her to the hospital. But her body then started pulsating in pain and agony before a tree root exploded from her mouth, shocking everyone. As Naruto turned a smile, and the tree did not stop growing. But guys, be in subscribe right here. If you want to make sports, and do like, subscribe, comment down below, and turn on the bell notifications say posted. Remember to share to all of your friends in social media platform. And also guys, remember to go ahead and check out the brand new episode of What If Naruto Was a One-of-a-Kind Project over an Anime King. To enjoy. But for now, I'm out. See you guys soon. Peace.